Fellow Americans, I speak to you from beyond time, witnessing the great nation we built, now standing at the precipice of a grand transformation. The crossroads of America is upon you, and the decisions you make today shall echo through the centuries. In my time, we fought for the principles of liberty, self-governance, and the rule of the people, not to yield our destiny to a select few. And yet, I see now that you are in danger of surrendering control to powerful forces not unlike the monarchies we once defied. These forces are no longer crowned kings, but corporate empires, technological overlords, and economic tyrants who wield influence through wealth rather than birthright. Now, my countrymen, you have three choices. 1. Slow the pace of evolution by returning power to the people, controlling policies and legislature instead of allowing the rich to dictate your future. 2. Adapt to the shifting tides of socio-economic change, harnessing technology and innovation to become masters of a new world. 3. Refuse to act and be led like sheep into a future controlled by those who do not consider your well-being. Which path shall you take? The path of resistance, fighting for the people and restoring democracy. If you choose to fight, you will resist the march of unregulated corporate power, monopolies, and automation, ensuring that America remains a nation of self-governance rather than servitude. We fought a revolution to free ourselves from the economic tyranny of Britain. Will you now submit to a new form of servitude, imposed not by foreign kings, but by domestic financial and technological elites? To restore balance, you must break the influence of corporate money in government. For if your leaders are bought and sold, how can they serve you? Dismantle monopolies and return industry to the American worker, lest you become a colony once more, this time enslaved by a ruling economic class. Regulate AI and automation, not to halt progress, but to ensure it serves all people, not just those who wield capital. Return control of legislation to the people. No more should laws be written in boardrooms, but in the halls of democratic debate. The risk? You will face tremendous opposition from those who benefit from your complacency. They will call you radicals, attempt to divide you, and distract you with false battles. But resistance has always been the price of liberty, the path of adaptation, harnessing the future for your benefit. If you choose not to fight but to adapt, you will recognize that the future cannot be halted, but it can be mastered. In my day, men took up arms to forge their own destinies. Now I ask you, will you arm yourselves with knowledge, technology, and innovation, or will you cling to the past while others shape your future for you? To thrive in the new world, you must invest in the industries shaping tomorrow. Artificial intelligence, automation, robotics, and blockchain are not enemies, but tools. Build businesses instead of relying on employers. The age of the corporate worker is fading. Become owners, investors, and innovators. Master the digital economy. If wealth is shifting to the digital realm, then you must shift with it. Accept that the world is changing. Those who refuse to change will be left behind, just as those who clung to the past in my time were overtaken by progress. The risk? This path may leave many behind. Not all are prepared to evolve, and without careful planning, the weak may be trampled by the march of progress. But is it not better to lead the charge than to be run down by it? The third path: submission and subjugation. Should you refuse to act, Should you neither fight for control nor adapt to the new reality, then you shall be herded like sheep into a future dictated by those who see you as nothing more than a means to an end. I ask you, my fellow countrymen, will you allow your wages to stagnate while the wealthy build empires in the sky? Will you allow the laws that govern your land to be written not by representatives of the people, but by those who profit from your labor? Will you allow automation to replace your livelihood without question, leaving you dependent on the very men who took your means of survival? Will you stand idly by while your children inherit a world where they own nothing, where they are told what to think, where they are powerless to change their fate? This is not the America we fought to create. My final plea: take the reins of destiny. I once warned that government is not reason, it is not eloquence, it is force. Like fire, it is a dangerous servant and a fearful master. The same is now true of the technological revolution before you. Will you take command of this fire and shape it for the benefit of all? Or will you allow it to consume you, to leave you powerless in a world governed by those who understand it better than you do? The choice is yours, America. You are at a crossroads. Take up the banner of resistance. Take up the tools of adaptation. But do not submit. Do not surrender. Do not let the great American experiment be reduced to a game played by the wealthy for the wealthy. You fought for this nation once. Will you fight for it again? Or will you let it be taken from you, piece by piece? Follow information-warfare.com for more. Stand, decide, act. For the future is forged by those who take hold of it.